Hey everybody. That other camera now isn't working, I don't guess. Nope, something wrong with it now. I just finished two cars. So that's from that camera up there. That's from this camera. That's from that camera. Now I gotta see if I can. I don't know how this mouse supposedly goes. Oh, that's wrong. Pretty much got it all screwed up now. Hold on. Guess I'll leave this to stock and not try to do it. Hang loose. Just not mechanically inclined, I guess. Keep bearing with me here. Get this thing where it's tight. Yeah, I already put in a full day. I did all the towels. I was there at 5. Now that's better. Isn't it? Can we go anymore? No, so I need to bring that down. Is that better? What a mess this is. That moves it that way, right? But that part didn't go. Oh well. What does it look like over there? I'll have to get Scott to work on it. And I still don't know how to make this mouse. I moved that. Move that board. I still don't understand how that works. I better quit messing with it or it's not going to work at all. Right? Holy smokes. Aren't I glad I don't have to do this every day? I don't see how people that work on these computer things, they got more patience than I got. Okay. Now I'm going to try to get it on the other channels. Well, I'll tell you. I don't wish this on anybody. Okay. I'm going to tell everybody good morning. And I'm going to share it to the internet. And to memories, live videos, messages. It's already hot out there. I've already sweated through 3 t-shirts. I wished I knew how to make that mouse go from there, from this monitor to another monitor completely. How do you do that? Anybody got a clue? Scott's in church, so I'll have to wait till he gets. It'll be tomorrow. We'll try to get it fixed. Okay, I'm gonna quit messing with it. I guess I'm live on something. Okay, so we've got a perpetual counter on the big group. You have to find the link, and it says, let me see if I can even find the link. I posted it yesterday. I posted some good photos of the Texas Spring Palace. That dome was the largest. It was the second largest dome in the United States. The only dome larger was the U.S. Capitol. There's a lot of domes and a lot of buildings close to each. You can see this is in 1890. You can see everybody lived downtown. That dome, if you're looking at that picture, that dome is where the right next to where the TMP passenger station is. Everything was downtown. I posted a prayer wars for warriors for healing for everybody that was in the destruction of the hurricane. I mean of the flash flooding. And yesterday, both our ministers, John Penn and Bill Palmer, were out, so that was my fault. I apologize. I should have led the prayer. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I wasn't thinking. That's the first prayer we've missed at a luncheon in years. And that's all my fault. I take the blame on that. So I'm looking for that perpetual. Yep, I was at the laundry at 5 this morning. I got that done. I washed my truck. I washed a new Denali, Suburban Denali, and a BMW car. All I got to do is do the windows on the Denali and I'm done. Got to do it early or it's too dang hot. So it's 139 days until the actual giveaway. In fact, in 139 days about this time we'll be through with the giveaway. I can't find the perpetual clock. I post too much stuff. You know, I got kicked off of a group one time for posting too much stuff. Somebody said, who was Tiny Gooch? Tiny Gooch was a Fort Worth guy, but he ended up being a big, like, district attorney or something over the city to the east. Hold on, I'm trying to find that perpetual clock. Okay, there it is. Countdown to 13 December. So you got to click the bottom of it. Well, that ain't doing me no good. You click the bottom of it, and now it says it's 138 days, 17 hours, 54 minutes, and 22 seconds. Okay. Our numbers went back up to 4 million views. They had gone down to 3,900,000. That, people say, what does that mean? That means that somebody's looked at what we post 4 million times in 28 days. So you put 4 million divided by 28 days. That means there's 142,857 views. That doesn't mean there's that many different individuals. Y'all have gone on there and then go back on there later, but 142,857 views click on or go on to our group every day for 28 straight days. You divide that by 24 hours, 5,952 views per hour. Divide that by 60 minutes, 99.2 views per minute. 24 hours a day for 28 days. There's nobody got those numbers. WFAA, Channel 5, Channel 11, WBAP, it doesn't matter who they are. Nobody. So we are I think we are really the 10th largest city in the United States by population. And we should be the #1 social media group. Well, I know we are in Fort Worth, but I think in the Metroplex. So if you're spending your money advertising anywhere else, you're throwing rocks at it. You get much more exposure on here. And it breaks down, it's $125 a month. Now see, this is what I don't understand. Well, wait a minute, let me make sure. Oh no, I thought nothing. Okay, I'm going to read the sponsors. I would show the sponsors, but I can't make the mouse jump from one deal to the other. There's Gene Broadway. So we need y'all to at least give our sponsors the opportunity to take care of whatever your needs are, services or goods. I just ask that you give them a chance. Boom Bond is a remodeling company that is owned by Mark Perez, Perezz. Our Medicare and Medicaid, hold on. Our Medicare and Medicaid, that went away. I'm sorry. Who is it? It's one of my kids. Stop at the store on the way home. We've already called the order in. Which store? I don't even know if they're on the live. I'll find out. Our Medicaid and Medicare sponsors are Andrew Wallace. Oh, okay, I see which store. Andrew Wallace or Chasen Smith. You spell Chasen, C-H-A-S-C-H-A-C-S-E-N. C-H-A-S-E-N. Chasen Smith. Dana Lang. Dana sells Cowtown. She's in the real estate business. Rex Benson. Rex's Bar and Grill. We just had our birthday party there a couple of Saturdays ago. It's in the old Macaroni Grill on University next to his other business, which is Old South Pancake House. Fort Worth Florist. I gave that card to Richard Johnson yesterday at our lunch club meeting. They had to run out and get some flowers. I guess they went out there. Railhead Barbecue, Charlie Guerin. He is our state rep. In fact, they're down in Austin for a special session. But he's on the board of directors of Larry's Kids, and he's real passionate about that bike giveaway. He's a go-getter. Termite King Pest Control. Brad has got some great plans that you can sign up for. That way you don't have to wait till you see a mouse or some kind of rodent or insect or whatever. They just come out every month. Varghese Somerset is our legal beagles. They are our attorneys that are our sponsors. Tiffany Burks, Christy Jack. I mean, they got about 30 good lawyers over there now, I'm telling you. If I was on trial for anything, I'd want them to be my lawyers. Raines Plumbing, family-owned plumbing business. And they really go the extra mile, and they're very concerned about their customer service, treating customers right. Cross Electric, Brandon Cross, they do residential and commercial. Stroud Auto Supply, they are in the Haltom City Riverside area. Phelps Family Auto Care, they are in the Burleson area. I met with Mike and his wife here a few months ago, and great folks. They got a great reputation. K Ranch Roofing, Jorge Hernandez is the owner. If you don't know whether your roof had some damage over all these months that we had high winds, storms, hail, call K Ranch Roofing. You'll get Bree. She is the office manager. She'll set up a appointment that's good for you and good for them, and they'll come out and inspect your roof, and they don't charge you anything for that. So it costs you absolutely nothing to have some satisfaction that, hey, we either need to go get a bank loan and get another roof, or our roof's in good shape. Eric Walsh is on the board of directors at Larry's Kids. He's in the real estate business, a developer. Good guy. Fort Worth Lumber, they're down on Interstate 35 South. And hold on, my other phone's ringing. I'm not ready for this. Hold on. Well, it's not ringing, it's texting. I don't know who it is either. Okay. Where was that? Fort Worth Lumber. If you need building materials, plans, you want to bounce some ideas off some people that know their business, that's where you need to go. Optimist Club of Fort Worth, Jeff Norman. They provide Fort Worth Memories Museum a Christmas tree every year. We're very appreciative of that. They also, it's an international organization. They do lots of great stuff for youth, both boys and girls. Winstead Paint and Body, Clay Winstead. I've been doing business with the Winsteads 40 years. They're on White Settlement Road, 1 block west of Roberts Cutoff. Tri-State Dent, Jason and his team over there, they do door dings, hail damage, minor dents. They come to you and they'll work with you on your deductible if it's at all possible. Stinger's Bar and Grill. That's the old Mark Dean building off the feeder road of 199 Stewart Main Street. Coburn's Catering. Steve Coburn is, I believe, Steve, if I'm saying this wrong, correct me, third generation. You cannot have an event that's too big for them. They do the stock show every year, so that's over 100,000 people. Old South Pancake House, 2 locations. One next to Rex's Bar and Grill. It's open 24/7. They never close. The one in Burleson closes at 9 or 10 at night. Dub Peacocks, A-Bird AC and Heating, Inc. If you not sure about your central air and heat unit, hey honey, it's been 3 or 4 years since we've had anybody even look at it. Cost you $100 bill, $95 to have Dub's people come out and check it out for you. I got the message. Jesus. Must be one of my grandkids. Y'all don't have to tell me but once. State Farm Insurance, Jenny Stewart. The way I look at that is State Farm, Allstate, and Farmers are all great companies. It's which one can provide you the most coverage for the least amount of money. So it costs you absolutely zero money to call Jenny's team and see what they charge you. Schwartz and Hanson, architectural sponsors. Jerry Schwartz they're also very active in the bicycle giveaway for years and years. Pat and Richard Carr, Dickie Carr, Sand and Gravel. Richard, Tanya hadn't sent me any updated. Your logo is outdated. I mean, it's your dad's initials, but you told me you were going to send me. Then we had the floods and the Kerrville deal. You went to the Boot Ranch. Anyway, still waiting on the latest updated moniker that y'all have. Grateful for Your Trees is owned by Dickie Carr, which is Richard Carr's nephew. Now I'm going to tell you something about this young man and his team. They do everything with trees. They cut them down, they trim them, they get rid of the stump. Heck, you can say, hey, Dickie, cut that oak down over there and I want firewood stacked up by my house out of it. They can do it. Bobcat work, demolition work, flower beds, retaining walls, privacy fences. These guys do it all. Yes. And yes. Still don't have a auto mechanic in Fort Worth. I don't know. I guess you guys, you got all the money. Don't have a clue. It's a great opportunity. You see how many views we get. There's nobody else puts any numbers out there because they ain't nowhere close. And that's just on Facebook. If you're a sponsor, I post your stuff on X, I post it on Instagram, I post it on TikTok. Your possible views is different people, 240,000 people. Almost a fourth of the population of Fort Worth. And that's when men, women, and children. I don't have a clue. That monitor, Scott, needs to come get it if it ain't going to work. I do not have a clue how that works. I don't know how any of that stuff works. I'm glad I've never gotten that business. Okay. What do we got to talk about that's a hot topic? Anything? I've had people come in here and say, did Roger Williams get shot in that baseball game? To my knowledge, no. His aide, a bullet ricocheted and struck his aide's leg. That's all I know. I don't know. Ask Roger. Okay, I'm looking at Newsbreak. And Roger's a good guy. I have no problems with Roger. But I've had 10 people ask me that in the last 24 hours. I don't have any idea. I don't go to the congressional baseball games. I'm not invited. Tarrant County considers chopping agency. Oh, We're already talking about that. We've got a link that's talking about that rental assistance and groceries and stuff. I don't know. So is that up at the county commissioner's level, or is that at the city council level? Tarrant County's budget shift in human services. Well, they're all over it now. Well, we've already been talking about it for a week. Channel 8, y'all are behind you're late to the game. Made in Tarrant, Presbyterian Night Shelter's latest social enterprise creates furniture, jobs, and revenue. What's that about? The newest social enterprise launched by Presbyterian Night Shelter is off to a solid start. Upspire. Okay. Yeah, you know, I'm not on board with whatever. What did the Trump organization do? They're telling everybody that they got to get the homeless people off the streets. Well, how do you do that? I mean, I don't understand that. I'm not trying to be derogatory to the current administration by any means. I'm trying to say, what do you do? Just send buses by and say, okay, y'all can't sleep here tonight, get in the bus, and then where do you take them? You go door to door and, hey, you got an extra room? I mean, I don't understand what's going on. And the city passes a law that if you're panhandling, you get arrested or ticketed. Well, what are those people supposed to do for money? I think that encourages people to start stealing. I don't know. I give the same people the same $5 or $6 every day, 7 days a week at the Quebec off of 820. I do it, oh well, maybe not 7 days, but when I'm down here, that's the way I go home every day. Whoever's on that corner, and there's usually just one person. I guess they've got territorial corners. And if it's exceptionally hot and I got a $10 bill, I'll give them a $10 bill. I don't have a problem with it. Y'all might have a problem with it, but that new Nissan Frontier is really pretty snazzy if y'all hadn't seen it. Revealed officials informed that Trump program intended for white people only. Well, I don't believe that. What program is that? We're going broke faster than every other color? Texas launches new rule for, I don't know, that's an ad. Why are they all talking about Hunter Biden again? He's going to be the 2028 candidate. That makes a lot of sense. Congressional candidate. We're almost to the point in the state and the U.S. Senate, Congress, that they're almost fist fighting now. You used to see that in Guatemala and Honduras. Well, it's here now. Do I have Gangsters in Cowtown caps? Yes. And that program's going to start next week. There's a Gangsters in Cowtown cap. It says Gangsters in Cowtown. And it's got a long gun. And under it says FWM for Fort Worth Memories. $20. And it's got the, whatever you call that back, mesh back. I don't really like the mesh back. I got 100 of them. Texas legalizes powerful pain relief gummy. Well, that's good. We can all be high. Tulsi Gabbard declassifies Russian intel claiming Hillary Clinton took heavy tranquilizers during 2016 election. I think they're all on drugs myself. They're all crooks, I can assure you that. Texas congressional candidate arrested during meeting. That ought to get him some points. Hey, I don't hear nothing about Pelosi or Schumer anymore. Here's another deal on ABC. Y'all hadn't got anything more to talk about? Hunter Biden blamed Democrats for not remaining loyal to his father. How would Hunter Biden know? How many days sober has he been? Dion's in the deal again. I don't understand why he's always there. No, I do not play the lottery. I did for a number of years. They took all of my money. I never won anything. I mean, scratch-offs, the most I ever won was $4, I think. Okay, so this shooting last night was a fatal shooting in South Fort Worth. That was this morning, I guess. 4900 block of Gordon. I know where that is. The time was 3 p.m. on Sunday. It's not even 3 p.m. yet. What are they talking about? Y'all need to get your stories straight there. Oh, here's a neat one. Florida man sues after learning his 1962 Corvette may have been cloned in Texas. He bought it 20 years ago, and now he's... I don't know about a 62 Corvette, but I know where you can get a 62 Chevy Impala Super Sport 409 right here, Fort Worth Memories. Will I sell it? Yeah, I'll sell it. The only problem is you have to buy all of the Larry O'Neill collection, which is 95,000 pieces, a few $1 million. And we don't take checks. That guy's spinning his wheels. Property values in Fort Worth are turning heads. Interest rates are turning heads too. Okay, enough of all of that. There's nothing in the news. You got 139 days, so I'm going to start talking about Larry's Kids every day. Go make a donation. We need 1,400 bicycles. The nonprofit's going to buy 1,000, so I need 400 from y'all. I don't know how we're going to get there, but we got... Let me do the math here with the calculating thing. So we've got 400 bikes divided by 100, and we're going to cut it off at 130 days. We need 3 bikes a day for 130 days. So get 24s, 22s, 26s. We don't need 16s, 14, 18s, or 20s. Bud Kennedy. We need to have old Bud on the show. "35 minutes ago. Jane is in, John's in, Brittany's in. Not very many people. Everybody's at church or sleeping. Y'all don't want to talk about anything? I'm going to stay here till 12. Get home before I don't know what. What's the weather doing this week? 95 today, 98 tomorrow, 100 on Tuesday, 103, 104. Jesus Christ. 40% chance of rain next Saturday. That won't happen. The rain is gone. You don't forget the rain. Wait till October. You might get some. Our Cupid story, yes, I have not let y'all down. I can show you what instigated the latest Cupid story. So if you put 1972 in the search bar, you come up with the Rolling Stones, and then you come up with this. Where is that's the Castleberry, Mr. and Mrs. You know, at Richland it was Johnny Reb, and I don't know what the girl was called. This was Mr. and Miss Castleviews. So that has to do with the Cupid story. But I'm not even going to tell y'all. I'm going to let the two participants of the Cupid story. I thought they were going to be here Saturday. I don't know when they're going to be here. But I'm going to let them break the news to all of y'all. It's a good story. Now, I can tell you that since I started this mess on Facebook about 12, 13, 14 years ago, whatever. We originally started on MySpace, but I've been invited to, and I have actually attended 10 weddings where boy and girl were boyfriend and girlfriend back in high school. They got married to other people. They either got divorced or their partner died or what have you. Reconnected on memories and got married. And I've been to 10 of those weddings. So that has something to do with the latest Cupid story. That post that I made instigated two people getting together. From 72, 82, 92, 02, 12, 22, 53 years ago. It's a pretty neat story. In fact, it's a doggone good story. I'm happy for both of the individuals. Okay, so I don't know if y'all saw the... Okay, now here's our version of the Tarrant County could shut down. There's been 25 comments, and y'all were very civil. Thank you. I heard they're going to sub it out to a non-profit. I don't know what the answer is. I think if people need help, we need to help. But I also think there's a lot of graft, a lot of bogus stuff involved in any of that stuff. So keep your comments civil and we don't have a problem. Who's your favorite? Harold Taft has always been my favorite. That was a neat picture I posted of the Fort Worth High School, and that was in 1910 or 11, I think. It's 1891. 1891 Fort Worth High School burned down. 1910. That was the school. That was the school. Yeah. A lot of stuff burned because everything was made out of wood. There's some pretty neat maps of the railroads and of just other maps, but these photos of the Texas Spring Palace are pretty doggone neat. I want that photo blown up. It almost looks like Russia. There are all these domes with... That's how Russia looks. We've got 33 prayers. Our prayer warriors are not very active today. I've never seen any prairie dogs. The old Holiday roller rink. Brittany has an idea who it is. Who what is? There's Woody. Tell me who your idea is. Just tell me the first name of the girl or the woman. Yeah, you read the comments, so I bet you know who it is. I saw that comment when she made it, and I thought, well, I wonder how far this will go. He is not on Facebook, but his sister is, and said, hey, that lunatic Larry posted your picture, and somebody made a comment that you ought to look at. And that instigated our Cupid story. Yeah. But it's not that couple, but it's part of that couple. Read the comments of that article when I posted it. Hey, how about those pictures of Jimmy H when he was here? And he actually went to the cellar after he performed because I was there working. Oh, y'all were way off on that one. There's James when he was in high school. Life is a combination of memories. Thank you for being part of mine. Larry O'Neill. So we got 139 days before the bicycle giveaway, so I need people thinking about buying bikes, or you don't have to buy bikes. Go on the website and make a donation. We'll buy the bikes. We can probably get them cheaper than you can. The nonprofit is for sure going to buy 1,000 bikes from Academy on Cherry Lane. For sure. The goal is 1,400, so I need 400 from y'all. The guy in the picture is part of the Cupid couple. But he's not on Facebook, or he might be now. But his sister's on Facebook. She saw it. She read the comments. The key is you have to look at the comments, and then you'll see that somebody made a comment, and that got back to Mr. Castle Views, whatever that deal was. Hold on. Let me get my... I have more trouble with these wires and internet and all of this crap. Do y'all have all the problems I have? I don't think so. Now it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? It's not charging. So I must have pulled it out of the deal. Hold on. Yeah, I pulled it out of the deal. Yeah, that's a good name though, the Cupid couple. But still don't charge. Now it's charging. Yeah, so that's... We're going to work on that this week. That is a good name. Brittany always comes up with these neat ideas for me. Wait a minute, I got a better one. Let me see if that works. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't like that one. I found us a great ginger's in. No, you got half of it, right? He is half of it. I'm making a post. Wait a minute. I got to do the windows on. Now, y'all go ahead and put that other stuff up. I'm going to do the windows on that Denali, and it's done. Dress the tires on my truck. Or no, don't even do that. I don't want to. It throws that stuff up. Okay, hold on. That's going to be a new part of our group. Who is the Cupid couple for 2025? Or we don't have to make it just one. But every one of those weddings I told you about, they were boyfriend, girlfriend in high school, or they were dating in high school. They married other people, did other things. Now they're either divorced, single, or widowed. They reconnected on memories, strictly because of memories. And they got married. I went to 10 of them, 10 weddings. And I probably will be invited to this latest one. This one is from, that's 72, 82, 92, 02, 12, 22, 53 years ago. Okay, hold on. That didn't look too good, but hold on. Hold on, it's almost done. Okay, it's done. No. I don't think it starts with a P. You must not be reading the same deal that I'm read. And I didn't even, I saw the comment and I didn't think that it would generate anything, but she came in and told me it did. Wait a minute. Come on. Okay, I'm posting it on the big group. If I can get to the... Jesus. Come on, Internet. Waiting game. Okay, it's posted. Now, let me look at the deal, and I'm trying to find out what you're talking about, Melissa, Brittany. I'm looking at the comments. No. No, but the person, the other part of the couple is in the comments. A real love story that was started right here on Memories. Yeah, just go back and look at the comments. Just put 1972. It was Mr. and Miss Castleberry. They call it Castle Views. You know, Richland was Johnny Reb, and I don't know what the girl was. Although there were some real gangsters there during the 60s. Just kind of a cute little thing that I'm happy about it. Okay, so not very many people on today. I guess everybody's doing their thing. We had a good lunch yesterday. That Blue Mountain Cafe, I mean, it's just hard to beat their food. It's downright impossible. Jean is in, Brittany is in, Ginger's in, Woody is in, Gene Broadway's in. I need a mechanic, Fort Worth. Well, the trains are sure active over here nowadays. Okay, I'm going to go off here in about 5 minutes. I'm going to finish the windows on that Denali so that the individual can pick it up in the morning first thing, and then I'm done. I am done. I already put in a full day. I started at 5 at the laundry. Yep. So our numbers went back up. We're now back at 4 million views in 28 days. That's lots of views. I don't think there's any other form of media that can say that. So yeah, I'm happy about that. That's because we've got a great group. Y'all are good people. Well, the Frank Kent story is now it's Audubon, Bob Bass. When I first started in the detail business in the 70s, I detailed inside the old Frank Kent building that blew up on Lancaster. I only charged Mr. Kent $24 a vehicle. Now it's $300. But he let me, I was not an employee of Frank Kent. He let me detail, I detailed his cars. Then when we got through, I hustled other car dealerships, and he introduced me to all of those people. Until Wendy Kent Churchill, Wendy, his granddaughter, took over, and she told me I had to become an employee. And I told her that I had a handshake deal with Mr. Kent and that I was not going to be an employee, I was a vendor. And so she said, well, my granddad doesn't run it anymore, I do. Okay. So Mr. Kent on the last Friday took me, and back then I used guys, took us down to that Bailey's Barbecue down across from the Federal Building, and he kept looking at the door, and I said, who are you looking for, Mr. Kent? He bought us lunch, And he said, I'm looking for a guy that's going to give you a setup like I did. And a little guy walked in. It was Mo Metter. So then I leased on 7th next to the Firestone from Metter for 26 years. What in the world? Somebody's not being nice on here. And guess what that gets you? Okay, adios. Don't have a clue where we're eating Saturday. It's only Sunday. Yeah, who would have thought? Hold on, I got somebody. We got a live one. It's a love story here at Fort Worth Memories. Okay, now I'm going to go back because I see that part of the Cupid couple is actually just made a post not too long ago. Bear with me. Here we go. Come on. What is the situation? Okay. Alright, so, yeah. I'm a jeans in. We just don't have many followers today. Everybody must be doing something, cleaning house or something. I'm going to make a few posts and then I'm going to go out and do some windows on the car and then I'm going home. I'm tired. Started very early this morning. There's all kinds of neat things you can do right here in town that you don't have to go on a vacation. You can explore Fort Worth, explore Tarrant County. We've got Botanic Gardens, the Nature Center, Casa, Dickey's Arena, Will Rogers, Botanical Gardens, the library, the the new car museum, Ron Sturgeon's deal. What's the name of it? Water Gardens is one. The Herd, the cattle drives. Dickey's Arena, where is Casa? DFW Car Museum, Car and Toy Museum. Japanese Garden. The Herd, the Stockyards, Billy Bob's. Man, you got 1,000 things to do, and you don't have to spend large amounts of money. Yeah, I'm going to go out here and finish. Mark Perez, Perazz. Okay, I'm going to go out here and get finished. Y'all are no fun. You are, but I need to get my job done so I can go home. I've got grandkids. See y'all